Hey y'all, what's good? It's your girl Tay. I'm here yet again with another video. So welcome back to She Builds Healthy Wealth. Definitely make sure you guys smash that like button, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't, plus push your post notification bell button so that way anytime I upload a video you will be notified. And you guys don't forget to check out the description box below, as there will be some links for a discounted monthly price for Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime usually goes for about $13.99 I believe a month, but if you are an EBT recipient or a Medicare recipient and maybe even some other state funded programs, you may automatically qualify for Amazon Prime for $5.99 a month, which I think is absolutely just a godsend. I use it personally. You can get groceries delivered to you off of the Whole Foods.com site using your Amazon Prime membership, you guys. And yeah, you can use your EBT benefits for that as well. This video is not sponsored, but I think that's just really great because there's a lot of people that actually likes Whole Foods Market and like shopping there. And now you can use your EBT benefits, but you got to be on Amazon Prime to do it, okay? You can also get other grocery items from Amazon separately from Whole Foods Market. So keep that in mind too, but definitely check out the description box below for that, okay? So let's get into what I like to call the meat and potatoes. This is some good stuff, you guys. I actually wanted to upload this video for you yesterday, but I didn't. Time got away from me and I decided I would get up early this morning. Today is Thursday, so happy Thursday. But yeah, let's get into it. So this is about stimulus. We know that last week there was a $600 stimulus checks that were introduced and increased the $908 billion package to $916 billion. Current attempts to pass a skinny bill has birthed a two-part relief package, okay? So they initially wanted to do a $748 billion part that carries majority of everything that they agreed upon, okay? The $300 for unemployment, the eviction moratorium, rental assistance money for schools, student loan forbearance, extended through April. There's also funding for vaccines, testing, tracing, and administration, and food programs such as food stamps, WIC, and other local funded food banks or under other state funded food programs, okay? Part 2 holds just 2 items and it's estimated at $160 billion for state and local funding and liability protections. Republicans seem to be in favor of these options but are willing to compromise and just pass the $748 billion bill as a solo act. Okay? Democrats, of course, oppose the language in which the liability protection program is written. So for those of you who don't know, liability protection is basically to protect businesses who have their employees come in. If their employees get sick, okay, if it's anything that's related to the pandemic, of course, and they get sick, it protects them from being able to be sued, which honestly, I'm not in favor of it either. It doesn't really offer any protection for the employee themselves. So they have to go to work if they haven't been furloughed or laid off or fired. And if they quit, then of course they can't get unemployment because they quit at their own, from their own decision. So it doesn't really offer a whole lot of protection for the employee, and I suspect that that's pretty much why the Democrats are not in favor of that language, okay? But then, I don't know. I think our goose has finally laid a golden egg. I mean, kind of, maybe a little bit. But anyways, Stingy Mitch decided to go along with the stimulus check idea. And I really think what sparked that, I was watching all of these interviews and really trying to get some decent information about stimulus checks, because we've been talking about stimulus checks. Everybody's been talking about stimulus checks for a while now. And what always surprises me whenever we talk about stimulus checks or whenever it's brought up in any of these interviews to the Republicans, they always refer back to the CARES Act. Honey, look, that was 9 months ago. The full term of a pregnancy, that is long gone. That has been you have given birth to that. It has grown up. It has flourished. That is gone. That money is gone. But they still refer back to the CARES Act and say, hey, well, we did it. And it was such a success. And, it's like nobody wants to hear that anymore. So what ended up happening is a group of about over 100 progressive lawmakers got together and said, hey, you know what? we're not going to vote on this bill at all if you guys are not adding direct payments to Americans. Now, we already know that there were quite a few progressive Republicans that were in favor of the stimulus checks. We have Bernie Sanders, and even Bernie Sanders is still saying that he really would like for them to give us more. He wants more than these checks that they're currently offering. So let me tell you what they're currently offering. It's possible that it could be $300 unemployment boost for 13 weeks instead of the original 16 weeks. And then $600 for the stimulus checks, between $600 to $700 for the stimulus checks with the same income limits, and then an additional $600 per child dependent. They're still working on some of the language, obviously in the negotiation, but one of the things that I heard came up is that the Republicans are trying to say, and I'm pretty sure they're not talking about the progressive Republicans, they're talking about the stick in the mud Republicans, but the Republicans are basically trying to say they don't want no double dipping. So if you're already receiving unemployment benefits, then they want to make it to where you can't get a stimulus check, which I think is absolutely ridiculous, because there's people out there who may only be receiving $50 without the help of this federally funded boost. If they're not getting the $300, which I don't think nobody is right now, they're receiving $50. So then once they start getting that $300, now they're getting $350. That means that they can't get the stimulus check. I think that's absolutely ridiculous. But that's pretty much where they are for that. I mean, I think that that's positive news. Bernie Sanders is still insistent that once he transitions into the White House, of course, there's going to be a new administration that's going to be backing him. And this is just a down payment. However, the likelihood of us getting another stimulus check, I don't know. I think that a lot of the things that they're leaving out of this bill, they're going to try to go for in that larger bill that they're going to start working on once our president-elect is in office. Okay, because they're saying that they're willing to add the stimulus checks to the $748 relief bill, but then they're going to exclude that extra $160 that was supposed to be for state and local funding and for liability protection. There's also even some talk that maybe they might want to leave out the PPP funding, which is Paycheck Protection Program. Nothing is set in stone. Of course, this is still a bill. They're supposed to vote on this tomorrow. However, since they're still in negotiations, I think it's going to be rather unlikely that they're going to get everything drawn up. It could happen though. Honestly, we thought that they weren't going to get together and get these stimulus checks in this proposal, and it seems that they have managed to do that. It seems that everybody pretty much is on board. Like I said, including stingy Mitch McConnell, he seems to be on board with the stimulus checks. There's a lot of compromising, obviously, that has to go on. They're insisting that nobody's going to go on their Christmas break until they actually pass some type of package that's going to get some relief to Americans. And I wish that they would hurry up, because talk is cheap, and it seems like they've all been doing that. And while they're up there talking and negotiating and they have their nice Starbucks coffees and stuff and these long drawn out meetings about nothing, I feel like they're basically just sitting in the room breathing, looking at each other, because nothing ever comes of these meetings that they have. People are suffering out here, you know what I mean? And that's just my personal opinion. I'm sorry, you guys know I go on a tangent though, because it just doesn't make any sense. I don't understand why y'all can't get together and get it together. It's really not that difficult. But let's move on. So some other really great positive news. Now, I told you guys in another video that in terms of P EBT, that there were 2 states that had currently submitted their documentation. However, one of those states has recently been approved. That is Massachusetts. So congratulations, Massachusetts. You guys are going to start receiving your P EBT benefits for the months of October and November, starting at the end of December. So I'm reading actually from my laptop right now. I'm going to give you guys some information that I have found on the site. Eligible students in hybrid learning situations, you will get $58.60 per month. So hybrid situations means basically if you're going to school maybe 2 days for in-person instruction, and then maybe the other 3 days you're doing remote learning at home, okay? Eligible students that are in remote learning situations means you're 100% at home learning remotely. You will get $117 per 20 cents. And it looks like they came up with that number by basically doing $5.86 per school day, okay? Using P EBT does not impact you or your student's immigration status. Also, you guys be mindful that the PEBT benefits do not restrict you guys from going to your schools if they are still offering the free lunch. I know around out here, my son is behind the camera. I know that out here in California, they are still doing sack lunches at most of the schools. They were offering them on a day-to-day basis, but they recently changed that to doing it now on I think they do it twice a week. So on a Monday and then a Thursday, they'll give you, I think it's breakfast and lunch or breakfast, lunch, and dinner, basically for the whole week, okay? So that doesn't affect you being able to receive your PEBT benefits, okay? Okay, so if you are new to PEBT, you will get a letter in the mail. You do not need to apply for PEBT. You will get a letter in the mail from the DTA in January. Keep the letter, it says, in bold print. The letter has your student's case number that you need to activate the PIN. So you'll need that number to activate the PIN. You will get a PEBT card in the mail in January in a different envelope for October and November school days. You will get PEBT funds on the 25th of each month for the remaining 2020-2021 school year. The monthly amount may change if the student's learning situation changes. You will get one card per eligible student. If you are interested, of course, in SNAP benefits, you can learn more by applying on a DTAconnect.com or by calling. You guys take this number down. This is for Massachusetts, 1-877-382-2363, okay? Now this is for if you already have a card. So it says, I got PEBT in the past on a PEBT card. Funds will be added to the PEBT card you already have. Around the last week of December, you will get funds for October and November. Let me say that again, you guys. You have been approved for the whole 2020-2021 school year, but you should have already received benefits for August and September. Now they're only going to be giving you funds for October and November. And then moving forward, eligible students will get PEBT funds on the 25th of each month for the remaining 2020-2021 school year. Again, the monthly amount may change if the student's learning situation changes. Check your balance by calling the number on the back of your PEBT card. You do not need to reapply for PEBT. You do not need to reactivate your card. So this is for those who already have a card. You don't need to reactivate it. You just need to continue using it, which I suggest you do. Okay, now you guys can also go to this website, which I'm going to try to put this website in the description box along with those affiliate links so that you guys can get that discounted rate for Amazon Prime, so that you can come onto this site and it'll give you more information, basically the same information that I just gave you, as well as you can activate your card and just get, you know, like I said, some more information if that's what you need. But I think that's pretty good news for Massachusetts because, again, what's going on with California, Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas, you know, Missouri? I don't understand what's going on. I don't get it. I've been checking, I know for a fact, California website daily, and even though they just received guidance as of November the 16th, it's still, you know, it just amazes me how some states are moving and making their residents a priority, where there are other states I feel like are just dragging their feet. Like, I don't know, maybe I don't know. They think we don't need to eat for the end of 2020. You know what I'm saying? This year has been absolutely brutal on us. But moving on. So really quickly, you guys, I wanted to go over the names of the states that have been approved for EBT benefits as of December. I'm only going to go through the names because it takes me like 5 to 7 minutes to go through all of the payout dates. So I will do that in a completely separate video. But just for today, I'm going to go through the names of all of the states that have been approved for emergency SNAP benefits for the month of December. Okay, here we go. Alabama, Arkansas, Arizona, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, DC, Georgia, Guam, Florida, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Iowa, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Massachusetts, Michigan, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York City, New York State, New York period. North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Virginia, Vermont, Virgin Islands, Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin, and Wyoming. So that's it, you guys. Those are the names of all of the states that have been approved for the emergency maximum SNAP benefit for the month of December. As always, I will continue to keep you guys updated on any relevant information that I think you need to know. I did want to stress, because I've gotten a lot of cries for help from, I know, grandparents that are raising grandchildren and stuff like that. And I was looking over the WIC website, which is basically WIC. So for those of you who have children, I know for my state, it's children that are ages 5 and below. You can apply for WIC benefits. It's additional food. They give you milk, cereal, eggs, bread, oatmeal, peanut butter, juices. You even get a fruit voucher. Like I said, I know that some of the stuff may change, but I think there's just a general standard of what type of benefits they offer. You get a voucher of about $9 per child. Again, this is for California. But when I looked at the list of the states, it pretty much looked at all 50 of the states have been included in that WIC association. So I highly suggest that you guys get on the internet and look it up and see if WIC is available in your area. I know it's not money, it's not cash, but it is definitely some extra food benefits that will help get you through this really hard time. My heart really goes out to all of you guys who are struggling. I honestly encourage you guys to just do what you can and maintain your household as best as you can. I know we're all pretty much sitting and hoping for I don't know. I can't even tell you guys, but like I said, you know, my heart is with you. And yeah, you guys, on that note, just remember to live, love, elevate, and I'll definitely see you guys in the next video. Peace.